Hello everybody, Covering Geek here, welcome to the channel and turn 8 of my Eldritch Horror playthrough. Doing all this in one day, it's taking a day. Sure, Niggurath is our ancient one that we're trying to destroy. Very quick recap, we have about 11 monsters on the board. We have clues everywhere. We have our current mystery is to kill Nog here in the Amazon, and we're going to try and do that. We've got Dexter Drake, we've got Diana Stanley, we've got Dexter Drake, we've got Wendy Adams, and we've got Tony Morgan, all ready to spring into action. So, without further ado, let's see what happens. Let's see what we can do. So, who is going to be the lead investigator? For this, we're going to have Dexter, I think. So Dexter Drake is the lead investigator. And Dexter Drake is going to purchase a train ticket. He's going to use it by moving from London to Arkham, and then he's going to join his pal Tony for a pint, and that's his action phase. Very quick and easy action phase for Tony. So for Dexter. So Tony it is now, and Tony starts off with, he's going to do a trade. He's going to trade with Dexter, and when he's got Dexter and he's going to trade, so Dexter is going to trade Sword of St. Jerome. He's going to get the ruby. Back. So Tony now has got Sword of St. Jerome, and he's got dynamite. That should be enough to take out Nog. So Dexter still got his enchanted cane, which is not used, but which is a +3 doing combat. So, and he's still got his pallid mask. So that is Dexter and Tony done. Diana and Wendy. So Wendy. So all Wendy's going to do is gain a focus. And then she's going to move down and try and kill off this ghost. Oh, hold on. No, we haven't finished Tony. Tony is then, going to move down to... So he did his trade, and then he's going to move down to Area 7. Sorry about that. I forgot. So he did a trade and he's moved to there, and now Wendy is going to move to there with her focus, and that's her done. Nice and quick. The action, often the action phases once you've decided what you're going to do. Diana. So Diana is going to move to Buenos Aires, and there she is going to attempt to get rid of this agreement action. So it is a influence -1. Oh, she can't do it because she hasn't got any clues, so it's no point. So she's going to do a ritual. No, she's not going to do anything. She's going to do an asset in 2. Can she get? Yeah, she could get that automatic. She hasn't actually got a weapon, so it might be a good idea to try and get that. So she might as well do an asset. See if we can get a trinket out, which Wendy might be able to pick up. So she's going to do. She's got 2 influence. She's not going to take a deck condition. She just wants to see if she can get 1. She doesn't. Nothing happened there. Okay, so that is the end of the action phase. Nice and quick, as we said. Moved some people around. We're all on the western side of the board. But there you go. Still can't do any rest actions because of the strange sightings. Still not had a reckoning for the last 3 mythos turns, so that is good in some ways, but without doing the rest action, Diana she's only got one sanity. Any encounter where she loses a sanity, she's a goner. Right, so we move on to the encounter phase. Okay, welcome to the encounter phase. So what are we going to do for the encounter? Who's first? It's the lead investigator, Dexter. And Dexter has got to fight the monster. And he's going to take on the Hound of Tindalos. The creature's only got 1 wound remaining. Still a fairly tough beast. Okay. So he's no longer got the Sword of Jerome, but he has got his enchanted cane. But first of all, he's not going to do a binding. He's going to go through his sanity check. 2 successes. So that's 2. So he passes the sanity check without losing any of his sanity, which is great. Strength -1. His strength is 1, but we get +3. +3 for his magical cane. Plus he's got 2 clues. So hopefully we can take this out. Okay, so it's 2 -1 is 1 dice for his strength alone, and 3, so it's 4 dice altogether. And what we need to get is 3 successes, but only 1 would kill it. 2 would mean 1. So that's enough to kill it, but we would lose 2 wounds. That would put him down to 2. So he's going to use one of his clues to re-roll. See whether we can... No! I don't know why I'd bother with re-rolls, never get... maybe he should have done that binding, but he's yeah, because he's still on 5 sanity, so he would have been alright, but never mind. So he's going to take 2 wounds. But he does enough to kill the monster, because it only had 1 wound left and we did 1 wound on it, so here we go. So we've taken now that sword of Tantalus goes back into the the hound of Tantalus goes back into the bag. That's it. Okay, so we've got rid of one of the monsters. Well done. Okay, we move on to Diana. Diana's in Buenos Aires. So it's one of the green. A student has been studying the university copy of the Necromonicon and is eager to share what he's learned in exchange for hearing what you know. You may spend 1 clue to share what you know and gain 1 ritual. Diana does not have any clues. This is the difficulty of not having many clues, is that it looks like you use them to gain things. So she would have got to gain a ritual spell, but nothing bad happens. So she learns nothing there. Okay. Fairly straightforward one for Diana. Didn't lose any sanity, which is good. We move on to Wendy. So Wendy is here. She's taking on the ghost. Now did Dexter, after his combat, he doesn't have to do an encounter though, does he? So that's fine, I don't want to bother. So, as an encounter, I don't think, does Wendy want? Yeah, Wendy might do one after. If she's going to try and get rid of this ghost, it's got 1 left. So she's got a will of 3, minus 1 is 2. Still got plenty of sanity left. Fails. Now if we fail, we can't actually go on and kill it. So we're going to have to use a focus. Oh, right. Well, all that happens with her there is she loses 2 sanity, so she's going to use her instilled bravery on herself. Oh, she should keep that. No, she's got 3 sanity left, so she's going to lose 2. She could do an install. She could do a spell and get her sanity back, or she could save it. No, there's no point in saving it. So she's going to try and get her sanity back. So it's test law 3. We're going to use the arcane manuscript. It gets you an extra 1. So it's 4. So she gets 2 successes. So we need to flip the card, but she doesn't lose her 2 sanity. She gets 2 successes. And we flip the card. And again, yeah, no additional effect. Excellent. So that was worth doing. So, but unfortunately, the creature, she didn't pass the sanity, did she? She failed the test, but she got a sanity back, so yeah, I'll take it that she can't carry on to fight. Bit of a downer. So she's going to do an encounter, so she's in the wilderness. One of these. She's in the wilderness. At a ring of toadstools, you choose to leave for the strange creatures that live here. Lore. If you pass, who visits you in the dreams, gain 1 glamour spell. If you fail, they do not like your gift. Take a hallucination spell. Condition. Now, luckily, her lore is okay. It's 3. Oh, what she could have done was got herself blessed instead of taking that focus, but never mind. So she's got 3. Yes, success. She gets a glamour spell. I like the glamour ones. You don't have to do much for those. Oh, there's glamour at the top there. Let's just do that. Otherwise, we'll be. Well, it's a different one. We'll try from the bottom. Glamour. All right, there you go. Markings of Isis. Gain +1 to all skills. Once per round, you may re-roll 1 die and resolve. Wow, what a glamour that is. +1 to all skills. Wow. What a spell. And once per round, you may re-roll a die when resolving a test. Gain +1 to all skills. Woohoo! What a brilliant... Wow, Wendy. Wendy. So, we can flip that one to 2. We can flip that one to 2. We can get your will up by 1. Come on, the whole world could be saved by an urchin. Not the C variety. And 1 for strength. And there's the strength one. Strength, there we go. And +1 strength. Wow. That's got to be the best spell that I've come across so far in this game. Alright. So that is good. Well done. Can you have that card each time? So it was worth her doing that encounter. Okay. So finally, so that's Wendy. Finally we have Tony Morgan. So he is in a city in the Amazon. Have we done Tony? No, we haven't. Haven't done Tony. So here we go. A group of intimidating syndicate members demand you pay them for protection. You offer the well-dressed men what you can afford. Influence. Oh. Influence isn't great for Tony. It's only 2. Nothing's going to help him. Oh, he fails. Damn it. So what happens if he fails? If you fail, make sure you meet with an accident. Tony gets a leg injury. Oh, Tony. You're all bandaged up. Oh, Tony. Injury. There we go. Injuries. Leg injuries. Looks like there's only 3 leg injuries. Oh, 4. There we go. Leg injuries. 4 leg injuries. Okay, so Tony now is paranoid. He's in debt. He's got a back injury and now he's got a leg injury. That's not great. Not great at all. Okay. So that goes back there. That was a mixed bag. We got a best spell ever, but then we got an injury. These cards back. Okay. Let's take the immaculately ornate wooden bowl and see where we're up to before we head into the mythos. So let's hope we don't all lose one sanity, because if we do, Diana is gone. She's got 2 reckonings. Dexter will have 1 reckoning. Wendy will have 1 reckoning. Tony will have 5 reckoning. Right, okay. So let's move on to the mythos phase. Okay, the mythos phase. In some ways we want a reckoning, in others we don't. What do we do to get a reckoning this time? We do get a reckoning. Right, okay, so this is Gates of Chatmochoa. So the Doom goes by 1. We move to there. Do we have any of those gates? We only have 1 gate, and that is not that, so that's fine. Now we do the reckoning. Right, so we start with monsters, and there are a lot of monsters. Let's start with Nog, epic monster. Oh no, 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 no! Spawn 1 ghoul on this space. Ah. So now he's got to get rid of it. Oh well, doesn't matter. He's got his dynamite. So Nog and a ghoul are there now. But does that does bring it up. Right, so it's definitely monsters first, isn't it? Yeah, monsters. So that's Nog. That one doesn't have anything. That one doesn't have anything. Deep 1. I think it's only if you're on the set on the square. Each investor on this space loses 1 sanity, so it's just as well. She's not there. Nothing. 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 But this one here does. This monster recovers all health, that's fine. Didn't have any health taken off. So, right. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, the mummy's fine. It's fine, so that's it. Actually, it wasn't too bad at all. Just an extra ghoul. But now Shug, and if there are 10 or right, spawn 1 monster on a random space. Then if there are 10 or more monsters, advance the Doom track by 2. So the Doom track goes down by 2 because there are. You bring out the next monster. I think there's already 9 on the more than 10 on the board. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 7. 1, 2. Oh, we haven't done this guy actually. God, I keep missing. There's so many of them. 1. Well, let's do this guy first. When this one, each investor on this space loses 1 health. That's fine, so he doesn't do anything. Okay, so let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, if we hadn't had a ghoul, so that goes down. But you know, I get also another monster. And this is a crazed mob. Yeah. Seen a few of those in Manchester. Okay. So he gets spawned in Tokyo. Okay. So we've done the reckoning of Niggurath. We've done the monsters. We now do any of the mythos cards. So I've got to discard. Right, let's do this one. This is the easy one first. So finally we can discard this. Discard this card. That means we can do some rest actions, which Wendy's going to have to do. So that mythos card goes. And so this one, discard one asset from the reserve and place an Eldritch token. Okay, so we'll discard the Arcane Blade. And we put an Eldritch token on it. So nothing can go on there till we get rid of the tokens. Okay, so somebody will have to do that because it. Alright, so that is the rumours. Nothing, the mystery doesn't do anything. So now we come to the different packs and conditions. Let's start with Dexter as the lead investigator. Roll 1 dice for his dark pack condition. He rolls a 1, which would be terrible. However, he does have 1 clue. So he's going to get rid of a clue and hopefully not roll another 1. No, 6, that's fine. So we get to Diana. Diana's got 2. She's got an agreement and a blessed. Let's do the blessed. Roll of a 1 or a 2, discard this card. Keeps it. Agreement. Roll a 1 or a 2, the time has come for you to pay up. Oh, 3. Fine, good. Now, Wendy, please don't lose your markings of Isis. So, markings of Isis, glamour. Roll test law -1, so that's 3. And then flip the card. Not a spell effect. Trinket, anything that we can use? No, trinket, that's a weapon. 1. Oh, please say that it's alright. Please say that it's alright. 1. The markings drain your life force. Lose 1 sanity unless you discard 1 improvement token. She's got 5 sanity. Let's lose a sanity. Keep our skills up. Okay, so she's kept her glamour. So that's it now. Alright. The wounded bounty hunter. Let's start with the good stuff and see if we lose any of those. So he's got his Azure Flame. His Law of 2 might lose his Azure Flame glamour. 2. 1 success. So that's the exhaust. So test law and flip this card. We got 1. Flames affect your mind. Burning your memories away. Lose one sanity unless you gain a madness condition. Well, Tony is going to lose a sanity. I'm not going to take a madness condition. It's not going to be mad, paranoid and all that. Okay, so, but he still keeps the Azure Flame, I think. Yep, doesn't say discard it. Oh no, that counts. Ah, that 6 counts as 2 successes. 2 successes. Still the same. Right, never mind. Now, let's go to the debt condition. Oh, they've come anyway. There's no rolling for the debt condition. No rolling for the debt condition, they've come for it. Some men have come to collect your debt. Flip this card. A man in silk suit. His last stack of papers. I believe you find this order is quite reasonable. His smile reminds you of a shark. It's clear that you have to take no for an answer. Influence. If you fail, discard 2 item possessions. Oh, well, it could be worse. Get rid of that ritual dagger and the handcuffs if we have to. He's got an influence of 2. But he passes. So we can discard it. Good. His back injury. Test strength. Passes. His leg injury. Strength as well. Alright, he passes. His paranoia. Test will. 2 dice this time. Passes. Oh, he's soldiering on. Come on, Tony. You can make it. You can make it to the end. Right, okay, so that is all of them. So that was the back injury, leg injury, paranoia, and the Azure Flame. And managed to get rid of the debt condition. So, all in all, not bad. Okay, so what else do we need to do for this mythos? I think it's spawn a gate, if I remember rightly. Yes, spawn a new gate. Shanghai. All right, on the other side of the world. A new monster. Yeah, because I'm going to run out of monsters in the bag at this rate. Oh god. Some kind of bee thing. A hunting Baccali. It says something about it. When this monster spawn, move it to the nearest investigator. Then an investigator on this spot becomes delayed. Oh. Who is that? So would that be... So if we go from Shanghai, the nearest one would be 1, 2, 3, and it would be Dexter, or 1, 2, 3, 4 would be Wendy. So it's Dexter that is delayed. Again, he's been delayed twice. Poor old Dexter. It seemed delayed seemed to only happen to one character. It's happened in the last game. One character just kept delayed. Okay, well that could have been worse. Or it could have been better, in fact. Okay, so, but that gate is not defeated. We've only got 2 gates out. Doom Trap will go 1 again next turn if we don't close the San Francisco gate. Right, alright, okay, so still got a little bit more to do on the Mythos card. From the image of this ancient god will instantly mummify all who behold it. Its victims Oh, this looks bad. Its victims live for torturous eons. Their brains are perfectly reserved in their new leathery form, unable to move or speak. I think we're going to lose our first investigator here. The event says... The lead investigator loses his health unless investigators as a group spend 2 clues. We don't have 2 clues. We have no clues. Wendy is killed. No, Wendy! Oh, the urchin was going to save the world. The urchin was going to save the world. And now... Oh, it's not Wendy. Sorry, it's not Wendy. She's not the lead. It's Dexter's the lead. Oh, Dexter loses all of his health. We don't have 2 clues to do. So, Dexter. Oh, I'm sorry, Dexter. Oh, he was cool, Dexter. Let's see what happens to Dexter. The lawyers have arranged to have Dexter's belongings delivered to your hotel, gain all of his possessions. The funeral is a sombre gathering as Dexter's fans from around the world, including many rich and powerful individuals. You speak to some of these allies to get their help in the struggles. Do a law test. Who's doing the law test? I assume I can do any of them. If you pass... Oh no. Oh no, you have to go to the... You're right, you're going to have to go to the... to where he is to actually do that. But it means he will get all of his possessions, so it's definitely worth doing. So maybe we can send... Yeah, only Tony can do it, but Tony's going to go and take out Nug. Oh, so I'll move this to a new safe spot and all of his possessions, because we need a new investigator. Somebody's going to help us out. Or do we just carry on with 3? I can't remember what it says in the rules actually about investigators when they die. Oh no, if the investigator is defeated, the player controlling the investigator is new investigated at the end of the mythos phase. Right, okay. So, we need to get the investigator deck. It's here. See who we get. So, I thought I was going to do it with nobody lying. So, anyway, here we go. The investigators, and we'll split it in half and take the middle one. Okay, so it's this one. See who we get. We get Lily Chen. Okay, I think I've used Lily before. She's a martial artist. So she's quite good. When you improve your skill, you may improve another skill. So she's quite good. Where does she start? So let's have a read. Lily speaks rarely, and when she does, her words are measured and wise. After a lifetime of disciplined training, every gesture is grateful, uncluttered by hesitation. When she was an infant, an obscure set of monks believed that she was born for a special purpose, to face a great evil. Now the monks believe that the great evil is at hand, and they have brought Lily to Shanghai to begin fulfilling their destiny. So, I need to get the protective amulet asset and the lucky rabbit's foot asset, and she starts in Shanghai. So, I need to find her little stand. she is. So we'll take poor old Dexter. He's now, his standee looks like a tombstone. And a tombstone. He looks he looks dead. Look, he looks dead. He's got his eyes closed, things like that. He looks like he's dead. Well, he is dead. But he played his role. So, Lily Chen. She starts in Shanghai, where there's a gate. So she can be immediately useful. Okay, we need to find her assets. Lucky Rabbit's Foot. A Lucky Rabbit's Foot and a protective amulet. So, Lucky Rabbit's Foot, protective amulet. Can't believe Dexter didn't make it. That's the point of not having clues. You need clues. There's the Lucky Rabbit's Foot. And a protective amulet. Okay. Shuffle these up again. Go back there. So welcome to the fight, Lily Chen. So that is the event, and that was a terrible event. We'll have to find a suitable send-off for Dexter. Gave his life to save us all. Okay, so that is the end of the Mythos phase. And that is the end of turn 8. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please don't cry too much for Dexter. I hope to see you again in the next episode. Thanks for any subscribing. Thanks for watching. And I will hopefully see you in the next turn. So please stay healthy.
You stay here.